Number Egypt. Hey guys, welcome everybody. I think I'm almost ready. Glenn's running a little bit behind today. Is anybody surprised? He's always late. What is it with this guy? Why is he always late? It's a good question, isn't it? Alright, apparently I turned the volume up on my tablet. To you too, Daz.
Today I was buying a new car and I thought, what would it be like if this car salesman were a Tyrannosaurus Rex?
Blurp.
Would he still give me the same deal?
Far out? No, far in. Definitely far in today, buddy. Okay, I don't know what's going on with my tablet. Can things please operate? Okay, nothing's working today, Daz. We're in big trouble. It's not the bot that needs customization, it's my tablet that needs working. Oh, can everything work, please? Come on. I don't know. Nothing's working. That has to be Daz's fault, right? Can you actually work for me, please? Okay. How about we just try all over again? Because you're being a dick today, tablet. Don't ever buy a Chinese tablet. That's my advice. Okay, I cannot get my tablet to work today. What is going on? Give me just half a sec here, guys. Why my Chinese tablet has so many problems, I couldn't tell you. It's probably because it's cheap Chinese junk. But you jab at the screen like you're trying to push your finger through the damn screen in order to get it to work. No, I don't want to open in the app. Okay, sorry about this. Give me half a sec here. Yes, me, my channel. Can you work for me, please? Okay, we're going to give up on that. I don't know what's going on, but I keep telling it to open my stream and it won't freaking will do it. You know how it is. You get these cheap Chinese tablets. Oh, who the hell's ringing me? Oh, give me a second, guys. All right. Sorry about that. A delivery that didn't turn up. My seeds, vegetable seeds. It didn't turn up. Okay. Right, I think... Should we all put our hands together and pray and hope everything's working today? Because things are not going well today. First, I can't get my tablet to work. Well, first I couldn't get my stream to connect. Then I couldn't get my tablet to work. Now I'm getting phone calls. I think it's going to be one of those days. So I do apologise. All right, we're in the game. I think. I hope we're in the game. Yeah, man. Okay. Anyway, sorry about the start. We are here. Now, last time we were playing, we were working on our own house. So this is our work area. Can I get through here? I can. All right. So we have our harbour out here where all of our materials arrive. And then we have our work areas out here where we've been doing stone, wood, planks, etc. production. And then we started to build. In here, we have a courtyard area, which we've started working on. And over this side, we have another courtyard, which I started working on. It's not finished yet. The builders haven't finished. Are to assign 2 builders. Get to work! They are. You're not wrong, buddy. Welcome. And then out here is the main area where we're going to be building the house. So I did start a house, but I ended up ripping it down because it was way too close to this entranceway. Before I got the walls up, I just couldn't really tell. So I ripped it down and we'll rebuild the house later on. But there's a really large area in here for the main housing area. Now, I also contacted the developer and said to him a few things that I felt were missing from the game, a few things that I thought he could add. And he has assured me that he intends to add a lot more content to the next update. So what I'm thinking is we come back and we'll finish this house later on when we actually have something to complete. So if I bring up my triangle, our builder's triangle, and I have a look now, I can show you that in the base components we have wall sections. We have a large shed and a small shed, which I showed you in the 2 courtyards. And we have a small roof over the entrance. Then there's the main building, which is the house area. It's kind of small. And compared to this large area that we have, I think it's a little bit too small, quite frankly. But this is the only house at the moment. And as you see, it's not large. I think we could do a lot better. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait until after this game's had a few more updates. And then we'll add it. In the meantime, you can see the yellow and blue walls over here. This is the wall of the boundary of my build area. So anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to head off and we're going to start doing the pyramids today. I don't know if these guys are going to finish the job. So we do have our slaves working, and as far as they're concerned, we can whip them into shape. There you go. Now work faster. Excuse me a sec. Oh, Green can't stop coughing lately. Maybe he needs a coffee. But as you can see, they're working a lot harder and faster now. And the good news for these guys, when they finally get this finished, I'm going to rip it down. It's facing the wrong direction. This door is on that side. I don't like it. It's supposed to be the same as this one, but I placed it the wrong way around. And over here we have the door facing this way. So the 2 doors are on the same sort of face. But anyway, that's not what we're doing today. So we're going to head on out to the dock. We're going to jump on a boat. And we're going to head off to the pyramids. And we're going to build our first pyramid today. I think we head over here, don't we? We don't really know. We've never done this. Ah, pyramid! Look, you can actually see the pyramid. So I wonder if each... No, okay. I wonder if each area will get... Oh, it looks like it does. See, this is the boat that goes to the pyramid. Oh, we still have a wall section. I was originally trying to space out and find out how much land I was allowed to build on. Apparently I can build out here into the water. How do we take this down again? I've forgotten. Do I need my triangle? Okay. Doesn't matter. It's not important, right? We'll figure it out another time. So this one must have been for the quarry. Don't worry, it'll take you to the quarry. And I'm guessing that one takes you to the housing area for the workers. I don't know what those symbols are. That definitely looks like a quarry. No, that looks like the original map. And that's probably, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Probably better. Oh, we're definitely lost, Daz. We're always lost. You should know that. So anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to move to the pyramid construction site. Move to the pyramid construction site. That's our next quest. F for pyramid. Oh, okay. We do it from here. All right. So we're going to go off to the pyramids. We're going to build ourselves a pyramid. You know, the usual sorts of things that us Egyptians do. And Moto, how are you today, buddy? Do you want me to do Weatherlord likes it when he comes in and he tries to greet me in Te Reo, so we're going to say ke pe koe. Anyway, because Weatherlord, Devikin, or I think it's Devikin, is his new name that he uses, is another New Zealander. I don't know if you noticed the other day. All right, so what are we doing over here? Talk to the task manager. I don't know if I want to talk to the manager. I thought I was the manager. Who am I then? Am I just the foreman? I think I'm probably just a damn foreman around here. I know I'm not the slave because I'm the one with the whip. The only problem with these whips is if I whip the manager, it just sounds like I'm hitting wood. I can definitely see blood though, so that's a good sign. All right. Everything is ready for the pyramid construction. Well, that's good. We have word that resources will arrive. Shut up, phone. Sorry, give me a sec. If I don't clear the message, my phone will just keep bleeping. All right. We have word that the resources will arrive soon, but we'll have to set up canteen and place the rest of the shade for workers. They don't need any bloody shade. What are you talking about? All right. Quest finished. I talked to the manager. Woohoo! Can we go home now? Oh. Rest and canteen. By placing buildings for workers to rest and eat, you can boost their need recovery. You can also reassign food to a canteen to further boost recovery speed. Oh, well, okay then. Oh, okay, so the posts are our build area. So let's bring up our triangle. Is it a general? I've actually heard rumor that they built it from the inside out. And I don't know how you do things like that. I watched a video recently. They reckon that they didn't build the pyramids up like most people think. This person reckons that they built a pile of stones and then removed stones in order to leave the pyramids behind. Yeah, or a bit of a confusing idea, but okay, if you say so. I mean, I'm not the expert here. What I do know is, I think you might have heard recently, they scanned the pyramids with a satellite, and they believe that they've found a possible set of tunnel locations underneath. Well, those same people have done more scanning, and they've found a second sphinx. Oh, so we've ramps now. I'm just noticing. Okay, so one of the things I asked for last week was ramps. One of the things I asked for, when I say one, I asked for lots. I asked for just about everything. Developers love that when you ask for everything. In fact, Null Chain got back to me 2 days ago and actually said that that the people want everything, more of everything. Stacks, sledges. Okay, so furniture, vegetation. Yeah. So I was talking to a different developer from the same team, and he was saying that gamers want everything. And he was starting to get a little depressed. I sent him a message the other day, apparently. And apparently he was starting to think that he was doing everything wrong. That means you're doing everything right. If you think you're doing everything wrong, you're probably doing everything right. All right, so where's the canteen? Did anybody see a canteen? Okay, hang on. Oh, Pottery Hut. So my tablet's still making noises. Quiet. It's very distracting. Does anybody see a canteen? I don't even know what section it is. I've just gone through all the sections. There's a lot of stuff in here. Okay, I still can't find a canteen. What am I doing wrong? Let's try... What was the other one? There is another one. Is it... Why is this not scrolling properly? Okay. Quests, help, perks, map. Okay, let's check while we're here. Have we got any perks? No, we've got 0. Okay, why am I not seeing canteen? General. Maybe, okay, and this is a possibility, maybe you called it a canteen, but what you really meant was a kitchen or something. So let's look for a canteen by a different name. I do like that they've added ramps. Base components. I didn't see an update though. Or were they always here and I just said I want ramps? Canteen. Maybe. Quite often Glenn does that. He'll say, I want. And they're already in the game. He just hasn't looked. All right, so here's our canteen. We finally figured it out, mate. Hey. Oh, hey. I figured it out. You could have done that for me. You know that, eh? You're lazy, you. Anyway, what do we need? Build with wood. Do we have any? No. Let's find some wood around here. I probably need to build that too. Looks like these guys are doing nothing, as always. They work very hard around here. Okay, looks to me like nobody's doing a damn thing. All right, so in that case, can we remove the blueprint? How do I remove the blueprint? Okay, apparently I can't. You can normally remove the blueprint. Anyway, we'll build the wood thingy. What I was going to do was put that in the middle. All right, so we want resource production, probably. Wood production could be helpful, apparently. We'll start with that over here. What do I need for that? It's Krieg! Well, how come I got wood for doing this, but I ain't got wood for doing that? That's just rude. Okay. So I had wood for doing this, but I don't have wood for doing that. That is just rude. That truly is rude. Or maybe. Okay. How much wood can a woodchuck chuck? If a woodchuck actually could throw wood. Oh, wait. Chuck wood. Assign a worker. Get working, you lazy bum. All right. We're going to probably want stick production, I'm guessing. So let's get us some sticks. We'll drop that down there. See now, remove ghosts. How come I can do it with that, but I can't do it with this? Now I can. Remove ghost. Right. It's going to be one of those days. I know it's going to be one of those days. The beauty of live streaming. When everything goes wrong. Yeah, mate. You're not wrong, Des. It's the old Murphy's Law. Whatever can go wrong will go wrong. And it's Daz's fault. Do you reckon we need any rope production? I don't really know. We're definitely going to want stone, right? Hang on. All you said was build the canteen. Glenn's building everything else but. So let's get the canteen. All right. Where did Glenn find the canteen? Was it a base component? No. Component is opponent. I don't even know. I don't think I can speak English today. We're having issues. It's one of those days. Resource transportation. Where did I find it? It's not a base component because that's for build. It is a base component. I thought that was for building your house and stuff. Okay, we'll put this here because it's more central now. And it's also next to the wood that we require. I still can't build it, can I? Okay, but this guy's got wood now. Apparently, Chuck is chucking wood. What is that? Oh, with rope? Okay, well, we already had that, apparently. All right. Is that done? It looks done. We can't drop these on here, can we? No. We can drop them next to it. All right. F, canteen. Okay. What are these? Plaster. Oh, yeah, true. Okay. Quests. No. Build, rest. So is a rest another building? Is that what you want us to do? Build, rest, and canteen. Rest and canteen. Okay, what's a rest? Break room. I reckon the break room is probably the rest. What do you guys think? If that's the canteen and this is the break room, I'm wondering though, does it have coffee? Because right now I need coffee. There we go. It looks exactly the same. Okay, they definitely have different symbols. That's a good sign. Oh, for a second I thought they were going to have the same symbol. Oh, you're not wrong, Krieg. Where are the slaves? I thought they were supposed to be doing all the work. Right, cook meals for the crew. What? I've got to cook all the food now too? Far out. This is getting terrible. All right. How do you reckon we would cook? Cook. No, it's definitely not vegetation, Glenn. Come on. Get real. Why would it be in vegetation? Cooking pot. Okay, so let's put this about there. All right. Oh, that was something I got told the other day in the comments. Thank you to everybody who does leave me a comment. I appreciate everybody who leaves me a comment. I can use the square to move buildings instead of ripping them down. You know how I've been ripping things down? I got a message in the comments the other day saying you can use the square, the triangle, to move buildings. So we can actually just pick things up. That's way easier than ripping them down. Man, thank you very much to anybody who does leave me a comment. It's always appreciated. But that's apparently not what I need. Okay, hang on. How do we cook a food meal thingy? Cooked meals in your contract. That sounds like a good idea to me, buddy. I would do that. And if they don't give you what you want, go on strike. Okay, maybe not. You might not get paid. Base components. It's a canteen, break room. I don't remember them being here last time. Decorations. Fire stand. Furniture. Okay, so hang on. I think I'm scrolling too fast, not looking. Let's slow down a little bit, eh? What do you reckon? Do I need a table? I probably need carpet, right? Can't cook without carpet. So cooking pot. Table with dining props. Table with kitchen props. Are they props or are they actually stuffs? Because there's a difference between stuffs and props. I probably didn't need that, right? Okay. And dining props. Okay. We'll build them anyway. I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen? We'll blame Daz. Like we do with everything else around here. All right. We can get through the middle. We can get through the middle. That's always important. Still don't know how to cook. Does anybody around here know how to cook? Canteen. Okay, so I've got to put the meals into the canteen. Right, is there actually somewhere I can cook? There's probably already a place to cook, eh? I wouldn't be surprised. Let's have a look around. This is it, isn't it? Here, the campfire. That's all we needed. I knew I was missing something. Campfire. Okay. Fuel. We could use rope. We could use sticks. Planks. She burns pasta? That's not a very good cooking fuel, is it? Start the fire. It is burning. Okay, I don't see any graphic, but apparently it is burning. All right, so we probably need, here it is. We need food. So we need fish, 3, 4. We need onions, 2, 3, 4. And we need cucumbers, 2, 3, 4. This is a well-balanced meal. So use the cooking stand. No, not the whole bag, you wallaby. Pick that up. Okay, hang on. How do we do this? Drops the whole bag. So I don't think that's really how you're supposed to cook, right? You have to cook food. Cooking. Oh, you click the buttons! Man, clicking buttons. No gamer would ever have thought of that. Just as well I'm not a gamer, right? All right. We're cooking fish and cucumber with onion. Does that sound appealing to you guys? Fish, cucumber, and onion? Okay, so we can stir it. Oh, and we can drink our coffee. That's what I need. Okay, and there we go. We have one healthy meal. Not hearty. I was going to say hearty. No, it's just healthy. All right. And let's repeat. The old rinse and repeat trick. All right, there we go. 2 meals. Start another one. So yes, for anyone that might be new, this is, of course, Egypt Frontier, so I think I forgot to introduce it. And our plan today is to build the pyramids. You build a range of different buildings. We've built a couple of temples. We started working on our home. We've had to build workers' quarters. Oh, I'm short an onion. And we've had to work in the quarry, building up the quarry area. So don't worry, the quarry is done. We've done a few things like that. And now, of course, we get to the exciting part of building the pyramid, because we all know that the pyramids are what the Egyptians are truly known for. The Egyptians aren't known for their fish, cucumber, and onion sandwiches. Maybe they are. All right, we have 4 meals. Can we put them on wheels and have meals on wheels? Right, put the meals into one of the canteens. I only have one. How am I supposed to put it into one of when I only have one? Oh, game, you're being difficult. 2, 3, 12. There we go. 12 meals and an extra cucumber. Okay, I still have an extra cucumber. Worker transport. Okay. By placing starting and ending points for sledges, you can create transport routes for workers to use to deliver stone blocks needed for the pyramid. Hey, I thought the pyramid was made out of cardboard. Oh. Talk to the transport manager. Oh, he's just the transport manager. I'm the actual manager. Everybody is ready, but I still haven't seen any transport. When will they arrive? According to my information, they should be arriving shortly. We can wait for them at the docks. Let's go! So we get to stand around doing nothing, just like everybody else around here. God blimey. Ship resources. Using L, you can... Here we go again, excuse me. Man, I don't know why I'm coughing so much lately. Oh. Might be coming down with something. Oh dear. You can estimate to produce resources in your base. These resources will be delivered to you every few minutes and dropped into these stockpiles for use. All right, all right. There comes our ships. Okay, and that looks like the stockpile's over here, is it? Probably not. Well, I know my neighbour gets sick regularly, and I was talking to him a few days ago. So it's possible I'm coming down with one of his usual seasonal flus. Every year he seems to get sick. I don't generally get sick. But I was talking to him the other day. So it's possible I'm coming down with one of his seasonal flus. What's going on with these damn ships? Go to the resource stockpile. Is this not the resource stockpile? These not resource stockpiles? Apparently, I don't think they are. Do you want me to come over here? I don't know what you want me to do. Oh, let's follow the apostrophe thingy. Wait, no. Let's check the map. It is this. We're here. Maybe I don't know what I'm doing. That'd be a first. Len not knowing what he's doing. It's never happened before. Oh, is that the main town over there? Is that where we started? It looks like where we started. Hey, mate! Where's the resource stockpile? Any idea what I'm doing? I've got no idea what I'm doing. I wonder if I have to walk out onto one of those docks. Oh, wait, did that ship just drop stuff? I think when I turned my back, he actually did his job. It's usually the way things work. Sitting on the dock of the bay. Yep. I got my own versions to that. But we won't go into that. Playing with my Okay, that's enough. All day. You can fill it in. Oh. Just wasting time. Oh dear. Okay, I'm not allowed up there though. What do you want me to do, game? This is confusing. Oh dear. He's got blurps running. Oh dear. He's got blurps running. What do you reckon I'm meant to do, Moto? What would you do if you were me? I mean, this to me is our resources. These are our stockpiles, right? Go to the resource stockpile. And I mean, when I look at the apostrophes... Oh, come on, are you serial? I was right here! It just doesn't show on screen.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Man. Okay, build the worker transport. You're not wrong. He's got no clue what he's doing. What are we going to do with him? Okay. I can't believe I was like 2 feet away. I couldn't see anything there. Oh dear. Resource production. No, transportation. Okay, so we want stone blocks transport, I believe. Oh, hang on. There's the stone blocks. It needs to be over here. All right. Boom, baby. Oh. Do you actually want it on there? Nope. Maybe. Could be. Build worker transport. Make up your minds. Give it 5 minutes, buddy. Give it 5 minutes. I have a setting in there to try and prevent bots, and you need to be a channel member for at least 5 minutes. So that's all that is. Stone production. Yeah, that's just to prevent bots. You'll notice that we don't have all the bots that come in here trying to sell views. One thing you will notice on Twitch is it's really, really easy to buy views. They actually come into your channel and say, hey, we'll sell you views, we'll sell you subscribers, we'll sell you anything you want. Okay, do we build this over here? And we don't like those bots around here, so we kick them out. But I also have it so you have to be a member for 5 minutes before you can post a comment. To build with stone blocks. Okay. Oi! Get up and do some bloody work. You've got missing resources. Okay, I think the tutorial might be in slightly the wrong order. Build worker transport. Because I just tried transport. Or is that different to stone transport? Because you're not letting me build this. I think you also have to be verified. Either phone number or something along those lines. That's a North Island brown kiwi you hear there, buddy. What are we meant to be doing? Build worker transport. Resource production. Okay, so we've got ads coming up in a couple of minutes. The ads are only 30 seconds. Don't worry about it. General. Bench scaffolding. Won't be in there. Resource production. Oh. Oh, okay, that is weird. Can I do anything to help with that? Give me a sec. Let's have a quick look. I don't know if I can. I might have to check the settings. Cheers for letting me know, though. Moto Gaming. Hang on. Copy. At Moto Gaming. What is it? /mod, isn't it, Des? No. Des knows how to do this, doesn't he? At Moto Gaming. That way, I think. Oh, no. How are you, Michelle? There we go. First time chatter. Okay, there you go, buddy. Yeah. I'll check my settings later. I'm not sure why. Let's start. How you doing? It's very relaxing, Lashasta. So this is by the same development team as Farmer's Life, as you probably are aware. Made by a different developer. It's not done by Nullchained. This one's done by a slightly different person. But it's not bad. It's very relaxing. Well, it is relaxing when Glenn knows what he's doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, let's try this again. This turned green when I was over here. Okay, see, this is green when I'm over here. Oh, hang on. It might be working now. No. Build worker transport. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Hang on. What's this? This is a ramp. Why did you give me a ramp? Don't know if I need a ramp yet, game. Really don't know if I need a ramp yet. Okay. So hang on. You said build worker transport. Is there something I'm missing? Resource transportation. So you've got, when it comes to transport that I know of, you only have these two and this. I wonder if it means it won't be in decorations, furniture and vegetation. It won't be in there. I wonder if it means I need the what's-the-name desk. Woodcutter's hut. Scaffolding. What do you reckon I need? Any suggestions? It has to be one of these three. That's all there is. But when I try building this, it's red. Columns, red. The only one that's showing up green, it's not letting me build, which is stone block transport. And this is green, and it highlights with that. Oh, I know what it'll be. It said you need both. It wants the other end. That's what it'll be. You've got to put both of them down at the same time. Betcha. Do we want a straight line? Does it actually matter? Don't know if it matters, but we'll make it a reasonably straight line. Glenn doesn't know what straight is. So that's what it was. You need both ends. I was only trying to put down one. And then when I exited, it was just cancelling. Right. While they are hard-working builders, will make mistakes from time to time, it will be your job to inspect their work. Oh, cool. Do I get to whip them again? I get to whip people in this, Lashasta. Do you like whipping people? Right, let's assign some workers. Get to work, you lazy bums. All right. I don't know if they're going to do this end or not, but we'll head down here. Oh, there's more food over there. And we'll assign 2 workers to that one. Why is there food over here? Who dropped all this? You realise your fish is going to go off during the day, right? It's not refrigerated. You could put it in the ocean. That'll keep it cool. All right. Okay, assign a worker. Oh, he's already going. Okay, so now our worker will drag our stones from there all the way over to here. And then these lazy buggers can actually do some work for a change. Right, so that's what the problem was. I just wasn't building both ends. It did say that. Glenn just wasn't paying enough attention. And how about you, Michelle? What do you think of this game? You've seen this a couple of times now. Missing resources. Okay, they must need more. Build the first floor of the pyramid. Well, I think we need to wait for this lazy hooer. I don't know how many he needs. Can we help? Oh, wait. He just... they've started working. They've started working. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll assign another worker. There we go. We have 2 now. Three. There we go. Do we want a 4th? I don't know if we can add a 4th. Yep, there we go. All right, so that should now keep constant production. 4 guys bringing the resources over. 2 lazy bums over here doing all the work. And now that'll give me the opportunity to go around and start whipping people. It is an interesting take on a city builder. You're not wrong. Do you reckon this guy needs to be whipped? Should we just stand here and wait until he needs to be whipped? Michelle likes whipping people, don't you, Michelle? I wouldn't trust Daz with a whip, though. Because we know what Daz would be like. Daz got his hands on a whip, he'd be whipping himself. And everybody else. I don't know if I'd trust Daz with a whip. Oh, help! Get me out of here! Help! Whoa! I thought I was going to be buried alive. This sounds a little late night. All right. I thought that's how women kept men in line. Oh, maybe I've just been with the wrong woman. I don't know. Maybe I've been with the right woman. All right. Enough of that, Glenn. Behave yourself for once, please. Oh, man. God, this guy's in trouble, isn't he? Right, build the first floor. This is going to take these guys ages. R assigned 2 more builders. I think that's a good idea. At least their pyramid's not in the middle of the pyramid. I mean, their crane. No, you're right, Daz. Never argue with a woman. Especially a New Zealand woman. I'll tell you what, a New Zealand woman will kick your butt. Anybody out there seen Once Were Warriors? Oh, okay. No, that wasn't quite. But anyway. All right, we've got a few more workers added now. Add to the build queue. Okay, looks like they're going to take care of that one. Add to the build queue. All right. I can see better when I'm up here. Okay. Now, what's with these? Is this what you were saying before about me having to fix things? I don't know. Not really sure. I mean, they're standing out. But I think that's just showing production, isn't it? I think so, eh? And I don't really want to keep smacking at it because I'll probably end up destroying the whole thing. Remove from build queue. Nope, we don't want to remove things. We want to add things. All right, I could give them a hand, but it's not really my job. Add to the build queue. Thinks he can get away with sitting on his ass doing nothing. Get to you lazy bugger. Missing resources. Oh! Sorry. I just said I'd whip you for the sakes of it. Okay, so they're waiting on resources. Well, they shouldn't be. There's resources right here. Maybe I need another one of these. What do you reckon? You reckon I need another one? To get resources down that end? I might do. So, let's go. We want stone block transportation. Hang on. Space the right way so we can see what we're doing. Why is it crooked? Damn thing reminds me of me. It's crooked as. Oh well. Drop that there. Laptops. Oh, I don't get Windows. Windows sucks. And one there. And build. Not enough resources. How about I get somebody else to do it then? I can't get anybody else to do it because they're all busy. Can I get you to do some work around here, mate? Oh. What do I need to build these then? Windows sucks. I tell you what, I'm thinking about going to Linux. So, what do I actually need? Wood. I need wood. Okay. We'll get you some wood. Don't you worry, I will be back. I may need to build a few of those around the outside by the looks of it. Okay, give me all of this. I didn't assign anybody to this. F, assign a worker. Get to work! Alright. It's going to take me a long time to get over there carrying these. I definitely need to raise my stamina and carry capacity and stuff up, don't I? I've already raised it a couple of levels. But apparently not enough. So they're getting quite a good stockpile of stone here. What I may need to do is take a couple of workers off of this and put them onto the next stage by the looks. I'm guessing this is what I need to do. So, Shasta, is this the sort of thing you'd get into, or is it more farming games for you? Would this be any quicker if I drop some? Let's have a look. Let's just drop these here. Let's pick up one. Oops, no, I said pick up one, not pick up one and drop one. Oh, it is quicker. Okay, so it depends on how many I'm carrying. Okay. And I only needed one. Ah, excellent. Did wonder about that. Was this one complete? That one had an extra piece to do. Okay, I think it is. So let's assign a worker. Woohoo! Go, brah! I think I've got this one the wrong way around. He'll figure it out. Assign another worker. So that's 2. So we've got 4 coming in from that end. I don't know how many I've got. There's another one. I think I've got... Oh, here we go. Available workers, 10 of 30. Okay, so there's 4 of them going that way. I'm probably going to need to go this way too, aren't I? So let's do that. So hang on. The opening is the direction they travel. So let's try to get it probably the right way around this time. So they're probably going to go this way. All right. Grab my hunk of wood. My hunk of wood. All right, I need another piece of wood. So one piece of wood did quite a bit, didn't it? And at least now I've got all these here ready to go. So hopefully this piece will be enough to do that one. And then from there, we probably need to extend out and go around the other side as well. Alrighty. So we're probably going to want to go up this side, I'm guessing. So let's grab our square. Right, has to be within range of that one. Okay. Excellent. All right. Can't find another hunk of wood. I'll take 2 this time. Oh, you can't walk through there. Whoop, whoop. All right, get up on top. All right, so yeah, we've got another ad break coming up in a minute. Like I say, the ads are only a minute. A minute. 30 seconds, Glenn. Minute. Oh, that'd be a long time. Okay, and I have 20 workers available. So we add that. We'll get 4 going in this direction. One. All right, I think I know what I'm doing. Ha ha! It's a miracle. Master logistics, transport 100 stone blocks. Nice. Okay, we want one more. There we go. So 4 of them go in this way. And there we go. 4 of them going that way. That should provide resources to everybody. I'm guessing I might need to do one across the back, but I wouldn't think so. Let's go see if those guys are working now. Oh, I can always whip them. Actually, just in case, let's grab 2 more of these. Oh, they've moved. So they're definitely still working. What do you reckon? Shall I do one more along this side? I mean, we've got a pretty good stockpile of stone here. I guess it's not going to hurt to do another one, right? We want to go this direction. All right. At least then we know all 4 sides are covered. I don't know if I needed the last one because it's only taken it to this corner, same as the last one, but probably better off to do it. And if we don't need it, then it's just overkill. And we all know Glenn loves overkill. Why don't you just drop the piece of wood? We don't need it. All right. Let's get up top and see what's going on around here. Nice. Okay, they're all busy. Okay. How are you getting on over here, my friend? Get to work! Tell me you've got no energy. Oi, you! Work! Lazy bugger. Only I get to stand around doing nothing. Work! Glenn's a slave driver. For reals. Yeah, you better be working. Get to work. Right, there we go. Everybody's happy. They've all been whipped. It makes them happy, doesn't it? Makes me happy. You know the old song, if you're happy and you know it, whip the slaves. Well, I could help, in case you're wondering. I'm just not sure I want to. Actually, I don't think I can help. I can't pick up a block. I'm too weak. Must be all that hard work I've been doing. Yeah, I can't actually do the work. I can add things to the build queue, but it doesn't look like I can actually do anything. It's the first time. Normally you can actually do some of the work yourself. Oh well, I guess we just get to stand around whipping people then. Ah, they're doing a good job now. You can see that the blocks are going around all four corners. And got 1, 2, 3, 4 cranes working. No, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cranes. Okay. And yet no blocks have arrived here. Did I forget to assign workers? Okay. Oh, workers available 0. Okay, I've got all my workers now working. I didn't think I was going to get the second one. Okay, so I could remove a worker from one of the earlier stages, but I don't think we need to. I don't know. Why is there nobody working here now? Oh, these guys have actually run out. I know. Yeah, they have. There's so much stone going out that they can't keep up. So maybe I want to take some workers off of later stages. Mind you, there's 4 of them here, which is virtually a non-stop conveyor belt. Because as soon as this guy's reaching, that one's just come out. He goes in. And the next one can't come out yet anyway. There he is. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and he is working. Yep. There was just not enough stone here. Now, I don't think I can add. Hang on. If I remove a worker from this run, because they're not got enough, let's see if we can add more. R to remove a worker. Okay. How many do I have? 3 now. Which I really don't think we can fit 3 workers in here, but maybe we can put in a second run. Yeah, I think rather than trying to do that, let's try putting in a second run. No? Yes. Nice. That should speed things up a bit, right? There we go. That'll speed up the beginning process a bit. Grab 2 of those. Okay, we're actually out of stone here now. All right, there should be 3 workers on that now. But we've actually run out of stone here. We need a delivery. Somebody call KFC. Tell them we need a delivery. We'll have a bucket of original recipe, potato and gravy, and a side of blocks. Oh, yep, there we go. Freaking awesome. It's like a conveyor belt. Okay, so remove one from there. And then we'll have 4 on each side of this. And a sign. There we go. Yeah, this side's slightly behind because it was 1 worker short. But they'll catch up now. Here we go. Now we have a production line. So 8 guys bring in stone to this corner. Then from this corner, we have, I think, 2 left going that way. And I think 3 going that way. Okay, well, there's definitely still 3 on there. Yeah, 3 guys going that way, and only 1 going this way. Okay. Whoa! Excuse me! Coming through! Walk in here! Remove a worker. Nope, I didn't get him. Remove the worker. And assign the worker. There we go. So 8 guys bringing stone in, 2 guys going this way, 2 guys going that way. Starting to get a stockpile. And then I think 2 guys going this way. Yeah, 2 guys going this way. Okay. And we've got a pretty good stockpile of stone at this end now. There's a lot of stone there. But there's none at this end. Oh, this was never finished. You gilla. Do I still have a... Where are you taking the blocks to if there's nowhere to put them? I thought I had a piece of wood here still. Oh, man. Okay. I don't know where they're taking those to. There's nowhere to put them. Can we get all the way through? Look at that. Nice. Carry and carry. All right. I think these guys up here are either carrying them and they're getting used or they're not actually stockpiling. But oh, there we go. Okay, so there's plenty of stone here, but because I hadn't built the final stockpile, they weren't showing up. Freaking awesome. Now it's working. All right. So we should have a surrounding all the way around us now. plenty of stone to carry on with. These guys gone on a coffee break. Where's your buddy? Where's the lazy bugger meant to be helping you? Here, I'm going to whip you. You tell him to hurry up and help you. Motivation. There you go. Do you need motivating? There you go. See? All you got to do is give them some encouragement. It's a bit like me. Give me some encouragement. I work hard too. Yeah, work harder. All right. Do we end up encouraging these guys over here? They need a motivational speech. Hey, how you doing? I'm going to give you a motivational speech. Okay, so it goes a little bit like this. I'm very inspiring, aren't I? Alrighty, all of them have been whipped into shape.
Hello there.
All right. Ah, okay. Well, we're just whipping people, Modo. Whipping them into shape. You've got to give them some whipping now and again, just to give them the encouragement they need to work harder. Well, they're definitely working harder now that they've been whipped. Look at this. He's nice and encouraged. He's got no energy, but he's no longer hungry. Where are you hiding? I know you're in here. Okay. All right. So you can give them a motivational speech or you can whip them. I find the whip does both. That's right. Yes, you're not wrong. I don't think about Big Macs anyway. Big Mac's a terrible burger. What about the Kiwi burger? Come on, Modo. You should know better than that. This is not Big Mac territory. This is Kiwi burger territory. I went into a McDonald's one day, Modo, and I brought a Kiwi burger, and then I asked to speak to the manager, and I started complaining because the Kiwi burger tasted nothing like Kiwi. She was a little confused at first. She wanted to know how I knew what Kiwi tasted like. It doesn't taste anything like Kiwi. Tastes more like beef to me. All right. Well, I don't know what we need to do with these dudes. I think we just let them work. This is going to take ages to build. So apparently, according to a comment I saw on the Discord this morning, we actually have to finish the pyramid to be able to get away from here. You can't go back to home base until the pyramid is done. Because there was a comment on the Discord this morning. Somebody has posted their pictures in the wrong place, but they posted their pictures. That's probably right, mate. That's probably right. Yeah, the person had posted pictures of some of their building, and he commented that he will go back and finish his home base once he's finished the pyramid because he can't leave here. So I'm guessing that's probably true. No, look, I heard a suggestion from somebody years ago, which I actually think is actually the right idea. And that is, you let people farm them. Because when people are able to farm them, they have a reason to figure out the best breeding methods and the best way to get production going. So if you allow people to farm kiwis, it would increase the population. And I actually think that they're onto something. You think about it. If you started out with a limited number of farmers, and then those farmers were able to sell livestock onto other farmers, you'd have to start with a limited number because we don't have enough in theory, so they tell us. So you'd start with someone like Mount Bruce, for example. Mount Bruce could give away a breeding pair. And then that person would then breed some, and then they could give away one of theirs and put it with one from somewhere else, and then you just start breeding them. Yeah, well, yes, exactly. Get everyone involved. You're not wrong, mate. You're not wrong at all. And I tell you what, if there was money in breeding them, you can guarantee that there'd be a hell of a lot more of them. I wonder if... Okay, so what I'm going to do, I think we've got a pretty good stockpile in that far corner. So what I might do is start removing a few of these workers and see if we can get them on the building process now. Because there's a really big stockpile of blocks down there. So, remove a worker from there. Can we assign him somewhere? Oh, wait, I probably need 2. How many are on here? Remove another worker. So we have 2 now. Let's see if we can assign them somewhere. No, because see, it still says it's red. Add to the build queue. So I don't think we can. Wonder what moa would have tasted like. Well, I guess we're never going to find out. I reckon it would taste a lot like chicken. It's got to taste better than turkey. Yeah, no. No, we can't seem to assign any more workers to the build. Because it's red. Yeah, I'd love to try it. I really would. I think it would be a brilliant thing to try. I mean, it's wild, so it would have to be gamey, right? Because most wild animals have a gamey flavour. I don't know if you've ever tried wild chicken or even free-range chicken, but oh, my nose is itchy. It tastes very different to the stuff you buy in the supermarket. When you go to a supermarket and buy chicken meat, it has virtually no flavour. Don't get me wrong, chicken's my favourite meat. Well, actually, that's not true. Lamb is. I just can't afford lamb. But when you actually have wild chicken, or in my case, it was my own chickens that I was breeding, the flavour was completely different. And I mean completely different. The honest truth is, it was such a strong flavour that I couldn't just make a roast chicken and eat it. I found it was too strong. I actually had to make it into things like pies, chicken soup, stuff like that, because it was just too strong a flavour. And same with chicken eggs. When I had my chickens in the backyard, the flavour of the chicken eggs was just fabulous. Absolutely fabulous, darling. Loved it. Best way to have it. Fresh, free-range chicken eggs. And the stuff you buy from the supermarket, even though they claim they're free-range, they're never free-range. Raro boiled a whole chicken in water and banana skins. I mean, they cook a lot of things in banana skin, but okay. And boiled water, though, that would boil some of the flavour out of it. I mean, if it's a very gamey flavour, I'm sure it would still have a lot of flavour left. Okay, interesting. Yeah, there's a big stockpile of stones down there. I mean, I've just taken 2 workers off, but I don't think I need to worry about them. I mean, the stockpile keeps running out of stone anyway. Right. Probably because of the fact that it was wild chicken. Or free range at the very least. I mean, I'm guessing, and this is purely a guess, that the people in Rarotonga that are breeding them or have the chickens are probably just letting them roam around. And the chickens probably just do whatever the hell they want. Which means that they're eating the grubs and they're eating the foliage and they're eating a bit of everything. Which is what you want. But yeah, I had chickens in the backyard and they would eat. Why am I taking this way? Does anybody know why I'm doing this? They would eat all the grubs and everything else. They'd weed the garden for me. Chickens are actually a really great way of having your garden weeded. If you stick chickens into your garden when it's a new garden, they will dig up your seedlings and destroy them. But if you put chickens into a garden with established plants, then the chickens will actually weed around them and they'll actually keep your garden weed free. Oh, I forgot we had you over here. True. See, I used to have, I think it was like 9 chickens and a couple of roosters. You're generally not supposed to have a rooster in most places within city limits. But in the town where I live, roosters come under the Noise Control Act. So just like you're not allowed to have late night parties that disturb all your neighbours, it comes down to the same things with chickens and dogs. If you've got a dog that's keeping all your neighbours awake, your neighbours can complain. If you've got a rooster that's keeping your neighbours awake, your neighbours can complain. But what I discovered when my neighbours come over, because they came and spoke to me first, and they actually said to me, "Hey Glenn, look, you got your chickens right outside our bedroom window." Okay, yep. Oh, no, you don't get rid of the rooster. See, my neighbours came to me and they said to me, "Look, Glenn, you got chickens. They're right underneath our bedroom window and they're actually keeping us awake at night. Is there any chance that you could move the chickens to the other end of the property?" And I did that. No problem. Yep, I moved because I didn't realise, I thought their bedroom was actually their garage. So I moved them to the other end of the property. And then the neighbour came and hung over the fence thanked me for doing it and said, is there any chance that we can get some eggs? Instead of complaining about the rooster, we were best of mates once they were getting free eggs. Every week or so, he'd come over with his tray. Because I actually gave him a, one of those trays that you get from the supermarket that holds 18 eggs. And I said to him, just hang over the fence anytime you hear me out here and you need some more, and just bring your box back. So he'd bring the box back about once a week, once a fortnight. Hi, Glenn. Yep, there you go, mate. No problem. And we just had some sort of like trade thing where he'd give me his empty cart and I'd give him a full one. Oh, dear. Nope, no more complaints. Yep. So I had 2 roosters. One of them was called Spike, and he was actually the rooster that I got given with the hens when I first got them. But then afterwards, once they started breeding, I kept a second one around just in case Spike died. So I would always be able to breed them. So I had, every season I would get a new rooster basically, or every so often you get a new rooster, and I would name them. So the very first rooster was called Roasty Roost. My second one was called Pie. I had another one called Soup. I don't know what happened to them. I'm really not sure. Yeah, for some reason, Roasty Roost went missing. Pie went missing. Soup went missing. I used to have a cockatiel. Oh, holy cow. Yes, I used to have a cockatiel. In fact, if you look on Facebook, you'll actually find Glenn Bixley TV, which is what I last named it, before I stopped using Facebook. So I don't use Facebook anymore. But if you look on Facebook, you'll find a profile for Glenn Bixley TV. It's public. You can go in there and you can see pictures of Pretty Girl and I as we travelled around the North Island. So basically, and you'll completely understand this, Moto, because you're a New Zealander, so you understand how New Zealand geography works. So we started from Hastings, we went to Napier, and then I asked the cockatiel which way she wanted to go. I told her, we're going to go to Cape Reinga. Which way would you like to go? Do you want to go via Taupo? Do you want to go via Gisborne? And she just ignored me. And I looked at her and I said to her, come on, you got to choose a direction. Are we going to go via Taupo or are we going to go via Gisborne? And she just looked at me. I said, well, come on, you've got to give me an answer. The only other option is we head south. And she started chirping like mad. So we went to Cape Reinga via Wellington. I'm sure that's how most cockatiels would get there, because you've heard the expression, as the crow flies. Well, we went as the cockatiel drove. Well, navigated. So we started from Hawke's Bay. We headed south down through Gisborne, Palmerston North. We got to Palmerston North for, I think it was 2000, and spent New Year's celebration there. Got on the front page of the Manawatu Standard and on stuff. So if you type into the internet, pretty girls turning heads, stuff.co.nz, you'll find a picture of us on the front page of the Manawatu Standard. Wicked trip. Yeah, it was a wicked trip, dude. So from Palmerston North, we went down through Manawatu. We headed out through Stonehenge, Aotearoa, Cambridge, down to trying to think of the name of it now. My brain's gone blank for a second. Right at the very bottom of the North Island. Most people think Wellington is the bottom of the North Island. It's not. You can actually go further south. I can't think of the name of it. Cape Palliser. No, Palliser's somewhere else. Can't think of the name of it. But we got all the way down to the very bottom of this North Island. Went round to the lighthouse down there. And then from there we travelled round to Wellington. By the time we got to Wellington, I hate Wellington. I honestly hate Wellington. I was in a bad mood. Pretty girl was in a bad mood. So we got out of there as quickly as we could. We were going to stay there for a few days. We got out as quickly as we could. And travelled up to Fielding and Cape Palliser. Yeah, Cape Palliser and... What's the other one there? There's another small town. There's Cape Palliser and there's another small town there. I can't think what it's called. But yep, we went around that way. Travelled up the west coast. And went up through round Fielding. Round through... No, give me a sec. Anyway, we went all the way up the west coast. And by the time we got to Cape Reinga, I think it took me like 6 years. Something like that. But, hang on, North Island NZ map. It's right next to Cape Palliser. There's another small town down there where all the fishing boats are. But yeah, it took us like 6 years to actually finally get to Cape Reinga. And I had to laugh because I stopped about 15 kilometres out and stayed in a dock campsite overnight. And I thought, what is the date today? And I had a look, and what do you know? Tomorrow is my birthday. So I actually got to Cape Reinga eventually, finally, right on my birthday. Cape Palliser. Nawai. Okay, that's what I was trying to think of. Nawai. So we went all the way up to Nawai and Cape Palliser Lighthouse. There you go. I couldn't think of the name for a second. But yeah, Nawai Beach. Loved it. Oh, okay. Awesome. But you'll also notice in some of those pictures that Pretty Girl likes to surf. So if I went to the beach, she would jump off my shoulder, trot out into the waves, spread her wings, and then she would ride the waves back in to shore. So she was a bit of a surfer. The one that really got me, though, was the day I lost her. I was heading around the mount, and we'd started from one side of the mount. We came around to the, I suppose you'd say, the northern face of the mount. And when we got down there, the water currents are so strong that you would just get ripped out to sea. And she went missing. She jumped off my shoulder. I didn't see where she went. I started to absolutely panic. I was looking for her and I was looking for her and I couldn't find her anywhere. And then I stopped and thought about it. Hang on. Not only is she a surfer, but her favourite game is hide and go seek. So I got down on my hands and my knees and I started looking around at ground level. And here she was sitting under this tiny little waterfall. It was probably like 10-inch waterfall, but I couldn't see it because I was looking down on it. And here she was sitting under this little waterfall, and as soon as I looked her in the eye, she just started chirping away like laughter. It was the kind of like a laughter that she used to have. Laughing at me because I finally found her. Oh, mate, I'd been calling for her for like 10 minutes. I couldn't find her, I couldn't see her, I was panicking. And she freaking knew it, but to her it was just a game. Noah! How you doing, Noah? Yep, we're building the pyramids. Or at least they're building the pyramids. I'm standing around talking, doing bugger all. That's what a boss does, right? Oh dear, I might need to whip them though, because they're taking a long time lately. How you feeling? No, I'm going to let them, because see, they're hungry as well. I'm going to let them go and take a break. Oh, they might need more meals. It did say more food makes them work faster. We could make them some food. All right. Actually, you'd think if I've got two guys that aren't working, you would think that they would take turns. When somebody's taking a break, the other two would work. I don't think that's how it works. Cockatiels do, mate. Yeah. Oh, yes. Yep. Oh, okay. So I started with budgies, went on to cockatiels, and then I went on to quail and chicken. Yeah, no, cockatiels are great pets. They really are. But my one, when I first got her, I got her from the SPCA, and she couldn't fly. So, as you guys probably know, some people clip the feathers of a bird to prevent them being able to fly. It's a very common practice, and if done correctly, it will prevent the bird from being balanced when it flies until its next molt. Then when it grows new feathers, it grows feathers back and it's able to fly again. So you've actually got to do it basically every season. But the cockatiel that I got from the SPCA because whoever the owner was had done it incorrectly. They'd pruned them back too far to the point that they'd actually damaged the... I can't think of the name of it. Okay, anyway, there's a word for it. But they damaged the thing where the feathers come out of. And because they'd done that, her feathers grew badly. Well, at least this is what I think it was. A vet said that it could be another thing, which he said would do it as well. But basically, when her feathers came out, they grew damaged. They grew all crooked. And it was really painful for her if you touched them. So you weren't allowed to touch her anywhere apart from on top of the head. She loved to scratch on the top of the head. But you weren't allowed to touch her anywhere else because she was very sensitive. And if you accidentally brushed up against her, or if she brushed up against the cage, or anything like that, she would scream in pain. But she couldn't fly. So when I first got her, I had her and her male partner. But my partner at the time, a Cook Island girl, was not very intelligent. We had two doors between the cockatiels and the outside of the house, and she kept leaving them both open. No matter how many times I said to her, close the second door, always leave one of the doors closed. She kept leaving them open, and eventually the male took off. Because Pretty Girl couldn't fly, she got left behind on her own. It was just her and I. And he'd taken off. He probably got eaten by a cat or something in the end, because cockatiels don't do well in New Zealand. But in the end of it, it was just her and I, and we basically travelled together. Man, I loved it. She was a great pet. She was a really great pet. I highly recommend a cockatiel. I really do. What happened to this? Give me that. How did I drop that? Give me it. Oh, my inventory's full. That's what it is. But so, yeah, she couldn't fly. But she had a cage for sleeping in. It was not a cage as such that she was ever stuck in. The cage door was normally left open so she could get out anytime she wanted. The cage was basically there for her to have a safe place to go when she felt she needed somewhere safe. And so she would go in there at night to sleep, or anytime she felt unsafe. So if there was a dog that she didn't feel safe around, she'd go in there. But she actually loved animals. She loved cats, she loved dogs. So on that Facebook page, you'll actually see pictures of her with a range of animals. Cats, dogs, mice. Yes, a friend of mine in Palmerston North had a mouse, so she was even friends with the mouse. She was friends with all of them. Remove the worker. Actually, is there a way I can get these guys to rest? It did say before about shade. Let's try giving them shade. But yeah, everywhere I went, she loved meeting new animals, different animals. She got along with most of them really well. Until eventually I went to visit an old friend that I hadn't seen for years. And he didn't tell me he had a dog. His dog was not well trained or controlled, and unfortunately came running inside the house and killed her. Which absolutely tore me to shreds. I mean, I loved that cocktail. I really did. And when I lost her, I felt devastated. So unfortunately, she's no longer with me. Okay, I wonder if just a roof might help. Probably not. What I might do, just for the sakes of it, one there, because I've got bugger all else to do anyway, so I'll build them some shelter. But yeah, in the end of it, we circumnavigated the North Island, and I mean we circumnavigated, dude. We went to virtually every single beach, travelling around the coast. So from Hawke's Bay, we went south down the east coast. Then we travelled north up the west coast, and then came back down south down the east coast again, until we'd completely circumnavigated the North Island. Then we went to the South Island, and we travelled around the South Island. Well, we started to travel around the South Island, and we only got as far as Golden Bay, unfortunately. By the time we got to Golden Bay, I had to come back to Hawke's Bay, go and see my doctor and do a few things, and that was when she unfortunately got removed from me. Well, you know what I mean. She died. Otherwise, I would have gone back down to Nelson and carried on from there. My plan was to carry on going around the South Island and do a circumnavigation of the South Island. One day I would love to get another bird like her, another one that's just as intelligent, you know what I mean? Because she was brilliant. One that I'm not going to have to worry about flying away and all the rest. And I would love to actually finish the trip. I really would. I'd give anything to finish that trip. As much as I enjoy streaming, I tell you what, I would stop streaming in a heartbeat to go and finish that trip. But I could always stream while doing the trip. Because when you're travelling around New Zealand, there's free internet everywhere in this country. You can go to places like McDonald's, you can go to public libraries. There's pretty much free internet everywhere around this country. And so as we were travelling around, we were just going around using all the free Wi-Fi everywhere. Actually, Kaitaia was a funny one. Pretty sure it was Kaitaia. But anyway, we stopped off at a McDonald's. At that time, I was basically sleeping in their car park. So I parked up in the McDonald's car park, using their free Wi-Fi and sleeping there. And the manager came out to speak to me, and I thought, oh, here we go. She's going to tell me to bugger off. But she comes out and she starts having a bit of a chat, wanted to know who I was, what I was up to. So I told her the truth. Yeah, I told her I was travelling around. We'd been there using the free Wi-Fi. And she's, oh, would you like a coffee? is, oh, but look, I'm going to be honest with you. I actually don't have any money on me until I get paid on Wednesday. And I don't have the money for a coffee. She said, oh, that's no problem. I'll get somebody to bring one out for you. And she headed back inside. About a couple of minutes later, one of the workers came out, had a coffee and a burger and and a feed for me. Woohoo! Man, there's some good people in New Zealand, I must say. So yeah, the manager came out, wanted to know who I was, what I was doing, why I'd been in their car park so long. And when I told her the truth, and she was happy with that. And then, yeah, sent somebody out to give me a free feed. Yeah, mate. It is disappearing. You're not wrong. Yeah, you're not wrong. Another good experience I had with that sort of thing, when I was coming back to Palmerston North, I was having problems with my steering wheel was shaking. So I had presumed that I must have hit a rock or something and it had put my alignment out. So I went into Tony's Tyre Service. In New Zealand, we have a place called Tony's Tyre Service, for anyone that doesn't know. And Tony's will do free puncture repair. Basically, their theory is if you buy your tyres from them, they give you free puncture repair for life. But the thing is, you don't actually need to buy your tyres from them. They just don't charge you for tyre repair. They don't even have a price for it in their system. So I went into Tony's and asked them if they would have a look and tell me if the wheels needed alignment and how much. The guy took a look at it and my tyre was actually bulged. I hadn't noticed, but there was a huge big bulge in my tyre. It happens to tyres when they get a little bit old. But he took a look at it and I couldn't afford a tyre. I said to him, look, mate, I haven't got the money. I won't have any money for a few days, but I need to get back to Hastings because that's where I was based from at that time. I need to get back to Hastings and I just can't afford to buy a tyre. It's going to have to wait until I get back there and then I'll go and buy a tyre from Tony's in Hastings. He's, no, look, I can't let you leave here with that tyre the way it is. It's unsafe. And if I actually let you drive away, then we become liable. As well, we're a stalemate because I can't afford it. You can't let me leave. I don't know what you're going to do, but you're going to have to stop me. And he's, hang on. And he called one of his workers. He's, head up into the rafters, find the best tyre you can, 14-inch. Gave him the measurements. Go and find the best one you can. So they went and got me a second-hand tyre that had come off somebody else's car. But it was still legal. It was just barely legal, but it was still legal. And they put a new tyre on my car. Hey! Well done, Tony's Tyre Service, Palmerston North. That's some great service. Oh, dear. No, I got some pretty good service. I can't deny. Remove a worker. Remove a couple of workers from there. We've got a big stockpile in that corner and nothing here now. So what I might do is send another one in this direction, I think. Because I've got 3 coming in, 2 coming in. 3. Yeah. Actually, the bottleneck is here, right? Let's have a look. Let's have a look here. But yeah, so we circumnavigated the North Island. And then with the South Island, we travelled across the top of the South Island through to Cape Palliser. To Golden Bay. I actually had to laugh when I got up to Golden Bay because I'd never been there before. And when I arrived, the tide was out. Oh, wrong button. No, remove workers. Is there nobody on here? The tide was out. And so I just walked down to the beach and started walking along the beach. But I didn't see the signs that said don't go beyond this point. There are actually signs there that say don't go beyond this point. I didn't see them. So I went well beyond that point. Taking photos all the way there, all there on the Facebook page. But basically, I ended up walking all the way out till I was almost at the airstrip. There's an airstrip right at the very far end. I was a couple of kilometres, maybe at the very most, from the airstrip. But then the tide started coming in. And because where I was, it was very obviously flood ground. And the tide was coming in and I was unfamiliar. I thought, okay, it's time to start heading back. I didn't make it all the way, but never mind. Time to start heading back. So I started heading back, and when I got back to solid ground, so I had like 100 meters of solid ground, and then you could see either side was ocean, was going to be ocean. I sat down and I had a smoke. So I sat down there to have a smoke, and by the time I had finished having a smoke, the water had gone from being on the horizon where I couldn't see it to lapping at my feet. Man, I started to panic. Once the water started lapping at my feet and I realised that the tide had come all the way in, and because I'd never been there, I started panicking. I didn't know how far it was going to come in. But by the time I finally got back to where the car was, it was so dark that I couldn't even see the car park. What actually happened was I'd actually walked past the car park by... Yeah, that's the one. I'd actually missed the car park by maybe 100 meters, maybe a kilometre at the most. Oh, bugger. And when I turned back to look, because I thought this piece of the beach doesn't feel familiar. I don't feel like I've been here. And when I looked back, I then saw a house with the lights on. And that's when I then realised, hey, hang on. I went past no houses on my way here. That house back there must be where my van is. So I headed back in that direction. And sure enough, here was the car park. Here was my van. If it hadn't been for that house with its lights on, I would have missed it. But yeah, I stayed in some strange places. Like East Cape. East Cape was so quiet that I stayed there for, I think it was 4 days in the end, and I never saw another human being. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. The less people I saw in a place, the longer I generally stayed. And looking through that profile, somewhere that you might be interested in if you're ever travelling around and you might want to take your kids, if you've got kids, that is. If you have a look on there, you'll find Mangatutu Hot Springs. So Mangatutu Hot Springs is just out of Napier. You can't get there from anywhere apart from Napier and Hastings. It's actually my favourite place in the entire North Island. So if you're looking for somewhere to take the kids, spend a holiday, I highly recommend Mangatutu. It's one of the dock free campsites. There are a couple of huts there where you can stay. Oh, yeah. Yep. So for anyone that doesn't know, basically it's a free campsite. You can camp there, but you need your own water supply and you need something to cook on. You're no longer allowed to have campfires. You used to be allowed campfires, but you're not anymore. So you got to take a gas cooker or something to cook on. And a free campsite. And it is recommended to take your own water, although you can get water from the river. I would advise you to boil it. I've never had any problems, but there is a possibility of getting giardia. Anyway, they have these really nice hot pools. Well, it's actually a hot stream. And so the hot stream used to feed into a small creek which had sandbags. Many years ago when I first started going up there, it was just sandbags. And you would lean against the sandbags and the water would splash in your face. And that wasn't the nice one. You would actually travel another hour or so in and go to Te Puia, which is the next one along the line. So you've got Mangatutu, which is at the car park, and then you got Te Puia, which is about another hour, hour and a half inland. And Te Puia used to be the nice ones. Now Mangatutu is the nice one. They upgraded it, and it now has a really nice fiberglass hot tub. Well, two of them, with a wooden deck around it. And it is absolutely beautiful. Love it. It's my favourite place in the entire North Island as far as places to camp. And it's free. It's one of the wonderful things about going to New Zealand is if you ask for free campsites, if you go to the Visitor Information Centre or Department of Conservation, they'll actually give you a leaflet telling you all the free places you can camp. So you can camp at a lot of dock sites. You can camp at some reserves. And then there are also other campsites which are basically run by local councils that you can stay at for free. And then some councils will ask for a gold coin donation. All right, buddy. Yeah, mate. Yeah, YouTube is pretty terrible at letting people know that you're streaming when you first get started. So if you could send me a ping on the Discord before you start, and I'll come in and check it out, mate. For anyone that doesn't know, Moto Gaming, hang on. Moto Gaming's got his own YouTube channel. Well, are you doing YouTube or Twitch? I'm not sure. I did notice that you set up a channel for both. So you're going to be on Twitch. Okay, so at Moto. Oh, hang on. No. It's, what is it? S.O. at Moto. I think this will work. That didn't work. Oh, there you go. Daz is asking if you want a mod. It'd be first thing in the morning for you though, Daz. He's about 8 or 9 in the morning. Maybe even 7. How do I do a shout out for him? Why is my bot not working? My bot should be able to post that. I don't know why it's not. Oh, shout out was given. Okay, it did work. It just took a little bit. There you go. So there's Moto's channel. He's just started. He actually hit me up the other day to ask what I recommended. So I recommended what I use. And he's just started out on Twitch. So he's done one video so far. He's playing Vane. I think some of you guys have heard of that. Yeah, you know, the game will be playing tomorrow. I love Vane. But yeah, it's about 8 o'clock in the morning for you, Daz, I think. Somewhere around there. I don't know. I probably should put the content creator thing back up on my channel. Now that that other guy's been banned. $8 p.m. Okay, so just as a reminder, Daz, because of daylight savings, it's 11:30 a.m. for us now. So what is it for you, Daz? Is it 10:30? 11:30 or 12:30? I can never remember. But yeah, Daz has just offered to help you out with moderation if you're interested. Daz is my main moderator. He does a brilliant job. It's 12:30 in the morning. Okay, so that would be, what did he say? About 8 o'clock. So about 9 o'clock in the morning for you, Daz. But if you want a moderator, Daz is offering to do it for you, and I can highly recommend him. He's a great mod. He's helped me out a lot. We definitely appreciate Daz around here. Yeah. Yeah. I'll send you my moderator thingy. I have a moderator thing on Twitch, which I can actually give you, and it will give you all my moderation privileges. So basically, anything that I have banned, it will ban for you. If you want it, I'll send it to you. What I have banned is bots that try to sell views and watch time, etc., and anyone who's trying to post porn links. No worries. I've sent it to another couple of friends as well, but yeah, I can send you that, mate. No worries. But yeah, you enjoy what you've got to do. I'll be probably streaming for maybe another hour or so. I can give you some advice on how to get rid of all of that Modo. But what you want to do is go into your community settings and you can ban links, which I highly recommend. But then you can actually put in certain sayings, phrases. So if you don't want, say, someone saying Modo sucks, you can ban that phrase and nobody's allowed to say it. Instead, they have to come in and say Modo is not very good. But I can help you out with all of that if you want. Oh dear. Twitch will take you a wee while to get started too. Takes a bit of time. So these guys are all hungry. They don't seem to be eating though, do they? Yeah, buddy. No worries. Chit-chat, bro. Oh, dear. They don't seem to be having anything to eat, though, do they? F. Yeah, this is still full. How do I get them to eat and rest? I don't know. I just don't actually know. It did say, giving them food will let them rest. But I don't know why they're not eating. Let's have a look. So, resource production. Base components. So they've got the canteen, they've got the break room. Oh, you did say that she's looking to buy a laptop. Yeah, but what she might be actually wanting is some advice, buddy. Because buying a laptop can be really complex. Maybe what she's really looking for is not your permission, but help and advice. Maybe that's what she's really looking for. What I would definitely say, if you don't know much about it yourself, is you want a minimum of 8 gigabytes of RAM. I would actually say 8 gigabytes is just barely enough these days. I would go for more. Problem is RAM's getting really expensive at the moment. It's like 4 or 5 times what it should be. I can build myself a chair. But I would say you want a minimum of 8 gigabytes of RAM. I'd probably look at 16 or 32. Oh, okay. And as far as the CPU is concerned, most CPUs and most laptops these days are pretty damn good. The biggest problem you have with laptops is whether or not they actually have the ability to plug in external devices. Because most of them don't come with a DVD player or anything like that anymore. Man, back in my day, they all came with a DVD or a floppy or some sort of storage system. Not anymore. Remove worker. These guys are doing nothing. Oh, hang on. I just removed workers. They're now gone. Oh, people are taking a break. Oh, okay. That is actually taking a... Oh, right. Okay. All right. In that case, let's take a guy off here because we've got a huge stockpile down that end. Let's start giving people a rest. So, remove, remove. That's 2 from there. Hang on, we've got a stockpile there. Oh, maybe I took them all off of here. Okay, we'll assign... We only need 1, I think, eh? I'll leave 1 free for now. Until I figure out what's going on. Because it does appear that these guys are actually having a rest now. They weren't before. Okay, so they were sitting in there a minute ago. They must be eating now. Oh, yeah, look, their hunger bar's going up. Oh, I think I understand. There's only 2 things on the floor. I don't know what this is. But it looks like 2 people at a time can rest. So what would happen if Glenn does his usual sorts of thing and gets carried away? As he always does. So, base component, break room. What do I need? With wood. Okay. Oh, no, I think they're under the ground. It does look like there's 4 of them. HP? Oh, you don't think much of her, do you? Why would you get her an HP? Sorry, I'm not a fan of HP. HP and what was the other bad brand I found? Can't remember. There was another one that I had. HP I've always had a problem with. But my last laptop, I can't think what it was. I had accidentally locked myself out and I couldn't reset the password. So I looked online and couldn't find the the jumpers. So for anyone that doesn't know, you can actually put in what's called a jumper switch, which is just like a fuse sort of thing. Or you can use a screwdriver and short out 2 terminals in a computer, like a laptop. Generally in a laptop, a desktop usually actually has a button, but on a laptop you can actually use a screwdriver or something metallic and just short out 2 pins, and that resets it. It's actually something you're supposed to do. It's not something that's dangerous or scary. You just got to know which 2 pins. And so long as you short out those 2 correct pins, it resets the laptop. A VO. Oh, yeah, they are pretty good from what I've been told. But I ended up contacting the manufacturers, and I asked them if they could tell me where to find the 2 pins. And they refused to tell me. And they insisted that I send the laptop to them, and it would cost me $75 US just to get them to reset it. And I said to the woman on the phone, I am not paying you $75 plus postage and handling, which is going to be about another $100, just so you guys can reset this. I am a qualified computer technician. Could you please tell me where to find the 2 pins? And she refused. And I was, well, look, I tell you what, while you're on the phone, just do me a favor. And she held onto the phone for a second, and then all she heard was a smash. As did you hear that? That was me taking to my laptop with a hammer. I will never touch your brand ever again. And I just destroyed it while she was listening on the phone. I can't even remember what brand it was now. Ah, dear. No, I searched Google. I couldn't find anything on Google. And the only ones that I could find on Google, I didn't trust. They just didn't quite seem right for some reason. And I didn't want to short the wrong thing out. And because she made me angry, I just smashed it with a hammer. I probably should have tried out some of the ones that were off Google, because what was the worst that was going to happen? I shorted it out and destroyed it? Oh, well. I was destroying it anyway in the end. But she just made me angry because she wouldn't tell me. Acer. No, it was Acer. You're right, it was Acer. Yeah, I won't touch Acer again. It was frickin' Acer, it was. Yep. I've been told Lenovo are pretty good. I've never had a Lenovo, but Lenovo is another company's brand. I can't think who it is. They have a couple of brands, and Lenovo is just one of their brands. Okay, well, these have both got food. I might go make more food. Yes. Yes, they are cheap. You're not wrong. But I've heard a lot of good things about Lenovo for a cheap laptop. But yeah, I won't touch Acer and I won't touch HP generally, because I've not had good reputations with them. That's myself personally. Is Lenovo their better brand, is it? Could be. I don't know about that. I always thought Motorola was a dead company these days, but I heard something the other day that Motorola is working in conjunction with somebody else to produce phones that have a different operating system in it. I can't think what it's called now. I don't know. I was looking at one the other day. It's a new cell phone, which is just coming out. You can't get many of them at this point. But, oh, okay. But this new one, I can't think what it was called. But their operating system is open source. It uses Linux. Well, you just put Linux into it, sorry. And the phones themselves are made with right of repair in mind. So you're able to replace the battery. You can buy screens and just put screens in them. All those parts of a phone that normally need to be replaced or repaired, you can just buy the parts. And then because it's using Linux as an operating system, you're not on an operating system that will stop functioning after a couple of years. So most phones are actually designed so that after a while you have to replace the phone. Right. Motorola was a good brand years ago. I don't know what they're like now. But some of my first phones were Nokia and Motorola. They were good brands back then. I don't know if they still are, but... yeah, I think there's only one guy working that side. What I might do is take another one off of this run here. So I've got 4 spares. And then see if anybody else starts taking a break. Hang on, what? Nokia Engage. Not sure what you mean by that. Is that another brand? Never heard of Gage, if that's what you're saying. Never heard of them. Yeah, I think my very first cell phone was a Nokia. If I'm not mistaken. Is there nobody doing this run now? Oh, okay. I mean, I don't really need anyone. It's a big stockpile of stone down there. We're getting a stockpile of stone here now. Let's go check this corner over here. Oh, okay. Right. No, I don't know that one. Okay, so we're pretty much getting a stockpile in every corner now. Apart from the very first one. And that's because they keep sending them out to the others. The sidekick. Oh, sidekick, I've never heard of that either. I'll remove one. I don't need all those guys out there. Right, I now have 5 of them that are not working. But I still can't set any more. No. Let's go and have a look, see if anybody's having a break. Have a Kit Kat. I might have to start whipping them. They're taking too long. Yeah, no, nobody's taking a break. Right, they must need whipping. Flog them until they need a break. I'm curious to see if this guy actually goes and has a break when he gets to that point. Let's see what happens. I mean, ideally, what I'd like to do is tell him to go and have a break and then get somebody else to take over from him. Oh, he's not hungry anymore either. Oh, that removes their hunger pains too. I didn't realise that. Oh, in that case. Don't stand around doing nothing, boy. Work. Stop slacking. Where is he? Yeah, I couldn't see you, but I knew you were there. Hiding away. Man, this is taking ages to build. I didn't actually realise how long this was going to take. I might have to whip them a lot more. Hey, at this rate, we're going to have to keep whipping them all the time. So I can't actually help, can I? No, I can't pick up the stones. Okay, all that did was add it to the build queue. Yeah, seems I can only add things and remove things from the build queue. Man, this is going to take ages. I didn't realise how long it was going to take us. Oh, yep. I had a PDA for a while. What brand was mine? Harrier or Hawk or something. It started with H. I don't remember. Harrier or Hawk or something like that. For some reason, my brain is telling me it was the name of a type of bird and it started with H. I don't remember. But that was a great phone. Yeah, I can't pick these blocks up. I'd like to help. It's taking so freaking long. My PDA was great. I loved it. PDAs were a thing before smartphones really become smartphones. Because back then the PDA was the smartphone. But what I loved most about the PDA was they all generally came with a built-in stylus. Whereas a cell phone today, you've got to have a separate stylus. It doesn't actually come with the phone. And so, therefore, it's another thing to carry. But with the PDA, the stylus used to actually fit inside the phone. So you'd press on the stylus, it would pop out. You could then use it and then push it back in again. I loved that. Having a stylus for a cell phone is good. I actually have styluses, but I use third-party stylus. So I got these. I brought them from Temu. So I actually bought a tablet. When I brought it, it said that it came with a stylus. It didn't come with a stylus. It came with a pen. A pen is not a stylus. You can write with it, but you can't write on the laptop screen, on the tablet screen without damaging the tablet screen. So I complained to Temu that it was supposed to come with a stylus and it didn't come with a stylus. So the $80 tablet that I brought from Temu, they apologized for it not having a stylus and they credited me $40. So I took that $40 And I brought 3 styluses for $3. A packet of 3 for $3. They gave me $40 credit. Oh, well, I don't mind that at all. Good on you, Temu. Your tablets absolutely suck. But I do like your refund procedure. Their refund and returns procedure is pretty damn good. Oh, dear. I wonder if I can whip him again. Should we try it? Yeah. Oh, did they? Okay. See, I've got a Samsung phone now, and I don't like it. I find it horrible to use. But one thing that definitely annoys me about Samsung, if you read their terms and conditions, as of about 2 years ago, they claim they own my phone now. So I paid money for my phone. I brought it. But in the terms and conditions, it states that they own it. I don't like that about Samsung. If they want to own it, then the phone should be cheaper. Where's his workmate? I don't know where his workmate is. Not sure. Can't see him. Cheeky little bugger's hiding from me. Well, this is going to take a lot longer than I thought. So we've been going for 2.5 hours. Shall we call it a day and come back to this next week? Or do you guys want to see more? Because I feel like we're not really achieving much. It's just taking a lot longer than I would have thought. Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the thing too with that phone that I was talking about before. The new one that... Oh, these are the guys sitting around. The new one that you run on a Linux and has all the replaceable parts. Another thing I liked about that was it has physical switches to disconnect. That's the word I'm looking for. To disconnect things. So, for example, with my Samsung, if you want to turn the Wi-Fi off, you click on the screen, you click on the Wi-Fi, and you say turn it off. And it's a electronic button. But with this other one, if you... Yeah, well, I could do that. If you want to turn the Wi-Fi off on this phone that I'm talking about, you actually flick a switch, and it literally disconnects the Wi-Fi from the phone itself. So you can make it into a dumb phone. And by dumb phone, I mean it doesn't have all the computer base to it. It just becomes a phone. So you can literally use a physical switch which disconnects the Wi-Fi. And it also has another one for the camera. So if you're worried about privacy, you know they can spy on you through your phone. You're literally disconnecting the camera from the circuit board, which I think is a brilliant idea. A physical disconnection switch. You know that you're getting privacy then. I mean, I could let this run off camera for a while, but then the question is, how far do I let it run? Do I just do the first floor and then we come back to it later with another floor? Or should we just come back to it next week and carry on building the first floor? What do you guys reckon? But I mean, I'm like halfway through this. And we've spent at least an hour today. I mean, I've been streaming for 2.5. I know I mucked around a little bit at the beginning, but that was only like half an hour to an hour at the most. And we're only like halfway through this. At the most, we're halfway. I don't even know if we're halfway. Well, maybe we are, because these guys are up to here. Maybe we're about halfway. What? Where did you see that? See, I can't do anything with these, can I? Alt F... Oh, Alt... Sorry, I just thought about that. Yeah, Alt F4. Yeah. No, I clicked. Yes, yes, Alt F4. For anyone that doesn't know, that closes the window. It took me a second to think about it, though. Oh, dear. See, my brain only registered the F4 part. And then when I actually thought about it, I was like, no, hang on, what did he say? Oh, wait, he said Alt F4. I know better than that trick. Not much better, but a little bit. So yes, Alt F4 will close any window, whatever you're working on, the program. Oh, dear. I've actually seen people do that to streamers. Watching people live, and they've been told by their viewers to click Alt F4, and they've literally done it during their live stream. One of them was a female. Man, she went absolutely freaking nuts. Woo, was she angry? She was not happy at all. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, does that actually do something somewhere? Because thing is, my bot isn't finished being put back yet. I've started rerunning my bot because I have my own little bot that I run. And the thing is, my bot actually has commands like that. I think /death is actually one of them. I think /death is one of them. You got, I could be wrong about the /death, but definitely RIP. If you type RIP in, it won't work now because I haven't added it back to the bot. So I'm pretty sure if I type RIP, it won't work. No, I haven't added it to the bot. But it used to be. Why didn't it even come through? Oh, okay, rip. Yep. When I finish, because at the moment I'm in testing to make sure my bot's not going to crash my stream. Late last year, my bot just kept crashing my stream. So I'm testing it slowly, stage by stage, just to make sure it doesn't start doing that again. I think I know what it was. I think it was the chat. But... Oh, okay. Right. So what it does for mine is it would bring up a comment. I'm trying to think what it used to say. Oh, that's what it was. That's what it was. Okay. So me being a New Zealander, what I had done was I had taken some quotes from a movie which was made by Peter Jackson. Peter Jackson is the guy that did the Lord of the Rings, King Kong movies, etc. But his original movie, I can't even think what it's called now. My brain's not in that functioning state. But it was bring up quotes from him. So if you typed in RIP, and when I add it back again, this will work. I should do it this weekend. When you type in RIP, or other commands like run, and there's a whole bunch of others. Gun is another one. I won't tell you what they all are because some of them you might discover by accident. When you type in certain words into chat, it would then post back a comment. So if you said rip, it would then come back and say something like, what was it? I'm a Derek and Derek's never die, or something like that. Can't remember. I think that's what it used to say. I'm a Derek and Derek's don't die. Or was it I'm a Derek and Derek's don't run? No, I think it's I'm a Derek and Derek's don't run. And rip was I'm born again. That's what it was. Yes. If you typed in rip, it would come back and say I'm born again. If you typed in run, it would say I'm a Derek and Derek's don't run. If you typed in gun, it would pipe up something about we're only supposed to protect Earth or something. I can't remember. If I remember, I'll add those back this weekend. Daz, buddy, could you send me a message on the Discord and just say bot commands, please? Just to remind me. And I'll do that over the weekend, which for me, my weekend is the middle of the week for you guys. Well, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then we'll get them running again by next week. But I took them out of the bot because my bot kept crashing all the time. And because my bot was crashing, I had to figure out why. So what I'd started with was just completely disconnecting the bot. I re-added the bot last week for the first time this year. So it was last year that I removed it. And I re-added it this year, about last week I think it was. And I've been running it now for at least a week. I think it'll be at least a week this Tuesday. And now that I know I've had no crashes at all, I'll start adding commands back to it again. So I use a bot that I can program to do pretty much anything I want. And you guys can actually do things as well. So when it was up and running, it would do things like move my camera. You could type in commands into chat and it would move my camera. If my camera was in the wrong place, Daz is the main moderator around here, buddy. He does all that sort of thing for me. Yeah, he sends me messages on the Discord to remind me because I'm pretty damn forgetful. But how you doing, Weatherlord? But yeah, I'll start adding some of those commands back. But it would do things like it would move the camera. So at the moment, you've got down in the bottom left-hand corner, you guys can't see it. It says available workers 5 of 30, and it shows my stamina. You guys can't see that. So if you couldn't see it, you'd be able to type into the bot, and it would move me to another corner. It does all sorts of things. It gives you smart-ass comments, and I can have it tell jokes. I can even use it for Google Translate. So if you type in something in a foreign language, and I don't understand it, I can tell my bot to translate it. So yeah, I'll start re-adding the bot slowly. It's been running for about a week now. I know it's not crashed at all this week, so we'll start adding some commands back. I think why it was crashing has something to do with my text-to-speech. The way that was working. I think I might have it set up wrong, or it's Daz's fault, or something like that. It's probably Daz's fault. But yeah, so I stopped using it last year because I was just crashing constantly over and over. And so for the last few months, what I've basically been doing is proving that it's my bot and not my streaming software. And because I've not had any crashes, we know it's not my streaming software. So therefore it had to be the bot. Yeah, we'll start re-adding the bot. That could be a good idea. Where's his workmate? I want to whip his workmate, but I don't know where he is. Oh no, we're blaming you today, buddy. We blame you every day. I don't even know if my translate can handle that. We could test it. But yeah, if there's anything that's typed into chat that's in a foreign language that I didn't understand, I could just copy paste it and then type into chat !, translate, and then paste that in and it would translate it. As long as it's available in Google Translate, I think. But yes, other things it used to do was add smart-ass comments. If you said something into chat, it would have a smart-ass comment for some of those comments. Where are we? It's labelled as old bot, if I'm not mistaken. So, old bot. Old bot, where are we? Streamer bot. Old, is it in there? Delete me now. No, it's not in there. Get to this later. I love the way I label my folders. I got one called delete me now, one called get to this later. I'm really good at labeling things. So helpful. Old bot, working on it. Right. Actually, I think it's on my desktop, now that I think about it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Search came up with nothing. Freaking search is so useless, isn't it? Old bots. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's not going to crash anything if I run both bots at the same time, is it? Okay. So, actions. Actions. OBS is already running. Yes, you're right, it is. Okay, so check. Don't you dare crash anything. Are we still live? I hope I'm still live. Export. Add to export. Ah, that's how we do it. Okay. So, all of those. Oh, now we've definitely got two bots running. Now we've definitely got two bots running. I can hear it. Okay, you haven't just gone and crashed on me, have you? I think we've crashed. Is my stream still running? Stream's still running. Okay. I think it's just the bot that's crashed. I think it's just the bot that's crashed. Okay. Version 1.1. Exit. Okay, I can't kill it now. Oh, man. Okay, I shouldn't have done that. That's 1.4. No, it's 1.1 I need to close. Okay. I really shouldn't have done that. What is it? Windows Task Manager? No, Control Alt Delete. Task Manager. StreamerBot 1 and StreamerBot 2. Okay, in task. Cancel the update, we don't care. And SpeakerBot's running. Right. Yeah, I think it was SpeakerBot that was causing me the problems. Okay, let's close the other bot. All right. Yeah, I'll get to that. We are still working. Everything's still running. Yeah. All right. I'll get to that on my day off. And I'll re-add the commands. It didn't like it when I ran both bots at the same time. The old version and the new one. Get working, boy. Exactly, Daz. You're not wrong, buddy. Let's go and see if anybody's taking a break. Because I think I'm going to take a break. We've been going for 3 hours. And I feel like bugger all's been done. Yeah, no, nobody taking a break. Okay. Yeah, but we do have workers that aren't working. All right. So it looks like having extra workers sitting aside isn't really helping me at all. Let's head back over here. Where's our stones coming in? That's going to be ages. If can't add workers because the stones aren't here. Right. Should we Alt F4? Noah, I noticed you added a waiting to your wish list. Have you actually seen any of the gameplay? I was watching some of the gameplay yesterday. I missed out on the playtest. I didn't realize there was a playtest recently. And so they did the very first playtest, which I wish I'd known about, because I would have most definitely have taken part. But I was watching, oh, wrong one. I was watching some gameplay of it yesterday from the first playtest. It looks freaking awesome, mate. It really does. It looks a lot like Oxygen Not Included, but a lot more modern, better graphics, better physics, but then also has other things that Oxygen Not Included didn't have, like fire. You can actually have your base catch on fire and the fire will spread throughout your base. And digging and things like that are a lot more different. And it's going to be multiplayer. So for those who don't know, Oxygen Not Included is actually my favourite game. It's the best colony survival game ever made, in my opinion. And we all know that my opinion's the only one that matters. But Oxygen Not Included, that's my favourite colony survival game. Absolutely love it. I play it all the time. But the developers have got a new one coming out called Awaiting. When it comes out, I definitely want to play it. If I can't get a key for it, I've already applied for one, but if I can't get one, I'm definitely going to buy it. Because it looks freaking fabulous. Loved Oxygen Not Included. Awaiting looks even cooler. So I'm definitely going to be trying that one when it comes out. But I think what we'll do, I'm sick of whipping these people. We'll call that it for today. And we'll come back to this next week. And we'll whip them again. I don't see that I can take them off of here to give them a rest at all, which I'd like to kind of do. But I can't actually take them off. I can only motivate them or whip them. So we'll call that it for today. We'll come back to this next week and we'll carry on. The question is whether or not you guys want to see it at a slightly more advanced state. Should I let it run offline and let them get the bottom floor done, or should we just come back to it as it is, where it is, and carry on from there? So you guys will have to let me know. But otherwise, we will be back tomorrow with more Vane. Looking forward to that game. Love it. Otherwise, yeah, have a wonderful afternoon, evening, whatever it is, wherever you're from. Hopefully we'll see you all in the next one. And remember, if you're brand new to the channel, please follow. Subscribe if you're on YouTube. Give it a thumbs up if at any point in today you enjoyed today's stream. A thumbs up's always appreciated. And of course, I do respond to all feedback on YouTube. Bye guys! Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks everyone for coming in. Always appreciate it. Yeah, we could do that. We could definitely do that, buddy. I mean, I can let it run while I go make a coffee or something. I can't? Oh, yes, I can. Okay, so what we'll do, I'll give it a name. Oh, Pyramid First Floor. There we go. It's called Pyramid First Floor. And I'll let it run off stream. Okay, guys.